So, the best way to grow on social media, that's a loaded question, and the journey will be different for everyone, obviously. You can do it like me, where you just speak off the cuff and you make videos on TikTok without ever really having a solid game plan or niche. A lot of my videos are political, some of them are jokes, some of them are about my writing, some of them are about Star Wars. It just depends. But the most important thing you can do is just start. Start making videos, even if all you have is your shitty phone camera. One of the most important things to growth on social media is authenticity. People like authenticity, but the other way to do it is to provide a value to the market. So, provide a service. In terms of writing, I would give writing advice. Politics generally takes the form of information, debunking, and fact checking. It's also important to point out that at the beginning of each video, especially on TikTok and stuff, we have very short attention spans. So you gotta hook people within the first 1 to 3 seconds. Now, a lot of this advice I don't follow myself because I just don't care, couldn't be bothered. I only need 5,000 true fans. But in terms of business growth and all that stuff, which you should set out to do to grow and get as big as possible with the most amount of views possible, there's things like adding trending audio, proper thumbnails if you're on YouTube and stuff. It doesn't really matter that much on TikTok. Hashtags, keywords, and search engine optimization as a whole. There's so many things that come into learning how to go viral, so to speak. How to develop consistent, steady followers and fans. In terms of marketing for a company and stuff, what I've seen work the most well, both on me and other people, is humor. Like, I've seen the Canada Dry ads and stuff, and they've been slightly humorous. You see the CeraVe cream stuff. I don't know what the cream's for, but yeah, where Michael Cera invented it, that little joke. So for your business model, what I would suggest you do is look into CapCut templates and stuff and sort of fit them to whatever niche to do with your business, whatever that may be. So I'll give you an example of, a typical CapCut video I do that's sort of promotional for my books. It's a bit cheeky, it's relatable, and those videos, for some reason, I find do really well on YouTube. TikTok, it's hit and miss. But you see, that one is typically more relatable to other authors and writers and stuff, which helps grow engagement on your page. And while they might not necessarily, although a lot of them do read, but necessarily be your customer base, readers are more likely to come onto your page the more views it gets, so on and so forth. Engagement is everything. You could also do a video similar to this.
Wow, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Honestly, there's just so much that goes into it that's taken me learning from experience, and I could go on for well over 10 minutes, but I'm going to try and keep it under that. First of all, what you got to decide, obviously, is I don't know your position, but I'm assuming not if it's your company social, whether or not you're the face of the social media. And if not, CapCut templates are probably going to be your best friend, but along with that, you're going to want some sort of trailers or, without showing too much of the employees at work, whether they work at a Dairy Queen, say, or whatever it is. Like typical vlog stuff. Get ready with me while I, day in the life of a secretary in the office, day in the life of a financial planner, whatever it is that you do. Just be authentic and either pique people's curiosity and teach them something or be relatable to them. And whatever product it is you're trying to sell, target your ideal audience and explain to them why yours, whatever you're offering, is better than your competitors. And the best thing you can do by doing that is copy the people who you're looking to emulate. So whatever field your work is, emulate the greats. Find someone else doing the same thing. Copy their keywords, their titles, their hashtags, everything about their channel, and look at what's succeeding. And most of that will be trial and error, but you'll learn as you go over time. There's also a slew of editing and stuff, which I typically don't do because I'm lazy and it's a lot of work. But for a company style video, it's easy peasy. You're going to want to also look at your analytics as you go over time and look at what times you get the most viewers and what kind of viewers are your recurring viewers and figure it out basically. Now, as a company, you might have some sort of disadvantages. You might not be able to use certain trending sounds and copyright and all that shit. It's a bit different from having a personal account, and if you're looking to monetize, that's not something that you can do. But I don't really do that, so it can be done whatever way you choose to do. And so for my content, what typically works are something that either has like a ridiculous opening that's like a, wait, what? That gets people to engage, to watch to the end, and then leave a comment, like, share, all that stuff. If it's something that's like, oh my god. And I don't really have much on my camera roll because I'm trying to clean up my videos, so I'll show you something sort of like it, but it's more in the lens of dating and relationships. So here's a quick example of that.
So you're talking to a girl, and she says,
You're too old for me.
so what do you...
Yeah, anyway, obviously anyone that watches that's going to be like, what fucking happens next? And then they get inundated with my hot take and response, and so I get the views. That's how a lot of social media works, and, you know, you can do things that catch people's attention. It doesn't always have to be controversial. You could do something like this.
The Caucasian in me wants to pat it.
Which in that video, I make a quick little joke and then I go on to promote my books and stuff, and that is one tactic you can use. Not sure how, again, it depends on who's the face of the company and how your content is organized, how you can do stuff like that. But, I mean, just get creative, try new things, because sometimes the stupidest videos go viral. Like, I got 5 TikTok accounts that, I mean, each one of them has gotten well over 10 million views, and, you know, it's not huge, but it's consistent. I constantly get views that are between 40 and 500,000 views. Occasionally you get, you know, the 60, 80 plus thousand likes. And I've naturally, obviously, gotten better over time as I've made video after video after video. Like, as you can see on my main YouTube channel, I've published 4,500 videos. Now, most of those are pre-scheduled well into next year, and, you know, that's besides the point. If you want to grow on social media, whether it's for your own personal use or through work, your best bet is to consistently upload and just show up. And specifically for things like TikTok, it's an outreach platform, so it's designed to get your content in as many new eyes as possible each video. People that follow you aren't necessarily going to see subsequent video, part 1, part 2, part 3. If you want to go on to YouTube, YouTube is generally speaking a comedy and an education platform. And TikTok and YouTube essentially function as a search engine. So they index videos, that's the search engine optimization, keywords and hashtags and stuff. You want to know how to at least get started on YouTube, go into the YouTube search bar and how to, and if say you knit, how to knit, and it'll have a bunch of different options that people have searched for. And then you click on that video and the top one on that list, copy their search engine optimization. With YouTube, you do relatively the same thing, but a search bar will pop up across the top of their screen, and then you just go through the same sort of process. Now, there's a bit more to it. Again, the trending sounds and audios and stuff. It depends if you're doing lip syncs or whatever it is. Again, I could write a whole book on all the things I've learned, and it's too much to fit into a 10-minute video. Maybe I should write a book about it. I might. Yeah, my best advice is to not take yourself too seriously, but to be authentic to your audience. To not try and get them into a call to action to a, hey, buy this product, without first relating to them. And trends don't necessarily translate into sales. So for example, it's corn. Everyone started doing it after. But did that really lead to more sales, more engagement? Oh, and really quickly, find a way to collect emails. You don't own your followers, you rent them.